I'm planning on doing some more videos on CATIA using the new 3DExperience interface and specifically looking at wireframe and surface design. So this is notoriously one of the harder workbenches to wrap your head around. But before I start making those videos, I kind of ran into something that I wanted to show you, and it's probably only going to help a small, set of people out there. So this is just going to be kind of a shorty on an issue that I ran into. So a few different things here. I have had a book for many, many years. This was kind of version 2 of one of these. I think I first got this book, it was in black and white, and it was probably 2007, I think, started using this book. Then moved on to this one here. There's a handful of other books. Joe Nowak did a really great series on design theory. Maybe I might possibly even go through that book online at some point in time. It's really, really good. And a handful of others. Anyways, they came out with a new book. It's the same book, the same lessons, just kind of converted over for 3DExperience. And I say kind of because you can tell that they basically screenshotted, a couple new screenshots with 3DExperience, but some of the text is referring to things that you know as V5, if you know V5. So it'll probably be kind of a little bit weird here and there for new users, but you'll get over it. Anyways, this book here, it's only $50. See, this $50 for an excellent 3D modeling textbook is pretty good, I think. A lot of them out there can be quite a bit more expensive. So, anyways, buy this book if you want. And what it has with it is a CD. Well, at least in the past, this book, you would physically, buy the physical book, and in the back, like a lot of textbooks, you'd have a CD. And on the CD would have a lot of models like this one that you see right here, already set up. It's when you're learning things, especially like surface design, it becomes really tedious and a big, huge time waster to try to get a group of people to understand a single concept that might take maybe, a couple minutes to get to, but you're going to take 15 minutes plotting points and drawing lines just so you can get to a place where you could demonstrate that feature. You see what I'm saying? So they have a lot of these already done situations, on that CD. Okay. So I get the new book, and then here's my first kind of gotcha. So you go to get the new book, and they tell you that, pay your $50, and then you'll get to be able to download the file. Now, talking to them, they actually said that after I talked to them, they said they changed the text on the website, that it's because it was a little bit erroneous. You get this. You don't get the physical PDF, which is a bummer, okay? I understand that. That's not exactly the point right now, but you see how this works. It's got the cute little page turners, and you can go through it like this, and you screw it up like that all the time. Come on, buddy. So there's that. So you flip through the book, etc., etc. Okay? Now, the problem that I ran into is getting to somewhere here, page 1, of the actual, when the lessons start. You get here, and it goes through the normal stuff. Here's the icons in the text that we're going to go through. These kind of things, if you ever do get a book like this, it's great to print these things out and have them as a cheat sheet next to you. You get further down in here, and it says, here, there's a lot of icons to learn. It says, hey, go here and open up this document. And now, again, in the past, that was okay. You just go to the CD, and you would open it. Now you don't get that. So I came back here, and I was looking around going, what am I supposed to do? I checked my login again to see if there's a different place where I could get to, and all I can get to is here. And then I notice up here, exercises files. Okay. You click that, and then you're going to download a file. Okay. And so this is the thing this is what this video is about, is what to do with this file that you get, because with the 3DExperience interface, it's still feeling a hell of a lot more like Citrix to me, if you know what that is, than old CATIA or an actual application. This, you just constantly get the feeling that you're not present on your desktop. So you go, yeah, like for example, let me go try to figure out how to open something. I did a video a couple months ago on how troublesome that was. I have figured out how to kind of, shrink down that workflow, but it is still kind of a pain in the ass. And my point again being, it's not just open, go to your desktop and get it. You can do some importing things. Anyways, tangent stuff, right? What you need to do is get that model file that you download, and I'll bring it over here. So this is, I've got a bunch of different drives in here. So this is what you get. So this is your models file, and you get this is in a zip file. So you extract the zip file, and then this here is a 3D XML. Now the problem that I had, you probably won't have this problem, is I first downloaded this when I was over on my Linux machine, and it recognizes that as actually being an archivable file, because you can open this thing up and have a whole bunch of little files. All the labs, the lessons are inside there, and that kind of threw me sideways for a bit. Okay, disregard that. Now, what you're going to do though is you're going to get this. You're going to import this file into CATIA, and the way you do that is up in here. You've got an import button. That's kind of the big deal here. You hit import. You can hit this arrow. This interface is still really bugging me. It feels very much undone. There's a lot of things. If you're using this, you know what I mean. So you don't hit the arrow, because then you'll just get CATIA file. You come back here and you hit import itself, the word, and then it'll open up and it'll say, here's all the different things that you could import right here, all the different file types. Well, you'll go with the 3D XML, and I said for authoring, I don't really know for review and authoring which one is going to make too much difference here. And then you go find it in your system, and then you hit OK. So that in itself is not terribly too hard. What I want to tell you though is, before you do something like this, this is going to extract that 3D XML file into, I think it was 200 and some different little lessons, okay? And so what I did is up here, learning to use your spaces. Let me get this thing open here so you can see. You go to your dashboard over here, and it's going to dump all of these things out here. So what I went and did under my collaborative spaces is I have my, first project BS that I was doing. And then I made wireframe and surfacing, right? Wireframe and surfacing import files. Make yourself a collaborative space for just the import files. And then you make another one that you're going to open these up and save them into here. You see what I'm saying? So if I were to open this up, there's all the files that I'm talking about. And these are all the lessons in the book. So, by the way, again, it's a good book. All right. So this next part is also kind of weird, which is maybe the norm for this. We have got all of our files from the 3D XML extracted into here. So hopefully at this point, this is correct. Then we are going to go over to our, whatever you want to call this. I was going to say CATIA, but we're going to go to our 3DX environment here, and we're going to change our collaborative space over to the one that you want to be working in. Again, the point is we keep these pristine. We keep the files in our imported files as they were from the book, and then we will save them into a new folder so we can make edits and change them. And then if we screw it up or we don't get it right, or we just want to do it again, then we could re-import it, or, we could copy it back over here. So change over to wireframe and surfacing. And since the first half of this video, I might have noticed something. I'm not sure. I got to test it yet, but I'm going to go with leader because I might have had some issues with permissions. So I'm not sure about that quite yet. Okay. So I've now changed over, and then I'm going to come back here and go into my imported files, and I'm going to open the one up that we want. And again, you got to scroll and wait and scroll and wait and scroll and wait. I'm not really sure yet how to get rid of this. So here is the point. So check that. Come over here, find your generative shape design, and then open it up. All right, now we have our file. Before we make any changes to this, we want to save it. So what you want to do is you're going to look around here and you're going to try to find the icon that means save as. And you go, oh, hey, these down here, they look kind of familiar, but there's nothing down here and here that is save as. If you make a change, like for example, when I change it to yellow here and I hit save, well, guess what? It saves it right back into the original directory it was in, regardless of what collaborative space I'm currently working on. So that's kind of a bummer. The probably last icon that I would have checked where this is at is right here. And I would have suspected that this is probably share, which usually is, I mean, it is share, but it's got other stuff in here. So you hit save. Now again, we got this little arrow thing here. So if you hit the arrow, you hit that and you're gonna have save with options, save all, local save. If you hit the save button all by itself, then it's just gonna say everything's already saved. And that would, if I made a change, save it into the original collaborative space. So what you have to do is go save with options. Local save doesn't do it either. Save with options. And this window pops up. Really weird, bizarre way to go about doing this when we could have just had a save as button. But again, this 3D experience is really grabbing onto this PLM, product lifecycle management, as in we want to know what this product is doing and has done in every step along its creation. So for example, if you took something and you made a copy of it and put it somewhere else, we want to have documentation of that. And then there'll be another section later. I'll show you where you can deal with that. What you want to do is you come here first, and when you click on this, you'll see the part lights up, by the way, too. All these other buttons will light up, and you come up to here and you can say save as new, or you can just right click on it and come down here, save as new. Hit that and it's going to ask for, everything keeps popping up over my other window. It's going to ask for what is the duplicate string, what's the name of this new thing going to be, and I'm going to call it test save 2. We'll hit OK, and then we'll put it gives you a little bit of, well, it says comment, right? But it tells you what it's going to do to be saved in la 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 la. So you hit OK. Now here's what I want to show you. It's kind of weird, and it took me a really long time to try to figure out how to do this. I didn't know that this is where you came to do this. So I was trying this, I was trying local, I was trying every combination of whatever I could figure out how to do. And nothing seemed to be working. This wasn't seeming to work either. So here's what I want to show you. Get over to my collaborative space, and I'm going to go to wireframe and surfaces, the place where it's supposed to be saving. So I've got some other crap in here, but I do not have anything that is, you know, this file back in there yet. All right. So I hit OK, and then down here maybe you'll see a bar saying save, possibly, and count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit refresh. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just going to let you count. So it's about 30 seconds, and there we go. Now watch this. It's got the default logo. Count another 30 seconds. I actually believe it's about 38 seconds before what? Well, you'll see. Oh my God. There. Okay. So Do you see what I'm talking about here? You're trying to figure out how to do something. You click this button, nope. You click that button, nope. You click this button, nope. Still nope, 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 and nope. Well, let me try this again a little bit more. And then something occurs to me is like, you know what? Sometimes things take a little bit because, one thing's talking to the next thing and this thing is very online. Maybe it's trying to upload it. Maybe it has to go to a server. Maybe it's got to be validated, verified, checked for viruses. I don't know, until it finally plops it up in here. And then it takes another like 38 seconds before the actual icon, representation of it appears as well, okay? So consider that. Consider that possibly for anything else in this application that you're trying. Give it some time before you give up and try something else. Okay, so here we have it. Now we have this part saved here, and then forever, if I make the change, it will be saved into my wireframe and surfacing course, collaborative space. So then the last thing I want to show you is how do we get rid of this? How do we delete it? So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and so it's not open. Then I'm going to come back here, and here it is, and you click it, and then you hit a garbage can somewhere. No, nothing there. How about I hit this arrow here, preview open with? Nope. More apps? No, still not going to get to a garbage can. There's no delete here. And again, my suspicion is that even though I'm the leader, I am an administrator of this 3DExperience platform here, it locks it down enough, or at least by obfuscation, that you can't easily delete something because, again, we want to have some sort of paper trail, some life cycle of everything that's going on. If you were to delete this, then maybe that could be bad. If you want to delete it, because that's what we're probably going to be doing, because we're going to have a bunch of crap that we're making that we're practicing with, you're going to find this one, Collaborative Lifecycle. And to find it, you come up to here to go to your social apps up here. Why is it not coming out here to show you? I don't know. Anyways, you click on that, and then this area here will pop up, and then you can try to find Collaborative Lifecycle in here. How long do you think it took me to figure this out, right? There it is down there. So I added it to favorites. I go here. Now, believe me, I'm new at this platform here, but I've been using CATIA since like 05, so at this point in time, 15 years or so, right? So I know how to use the program. This whole system, though, is new to me. So if there's another easier, better way, great, but as of right now, and with limited documentation, I haven't found anything. So I hit this, and nothing happens. So I have to get back. Notice I've saved this over here too, my 3D space. Go find my file. Click it. Go to Collaborative Lifecycle. Now it will show you the life cycle of this part so far. So it started with here, with this. This was the wireframe and surfacing points that was brought in, and that is a child of that, and so here it is. You can do other things down here like break this. You could duplicate it and a handful of other things. What I'm after is this one right here. So you make sure this one here is selected, and come there, I click. Now you say, yes, I want to get rid of it, but watch this. So again, I hit OK, and it's deleted, right? But quickly, then I come back over to my 3D space, get into wireframe and surfacing, and piss, it's still there, right? It didn't work. Did it work? Maybe it did. Hit refresh a bunch, start counting. This one only takes about maybe 15 seconds, usually. Maybe longer. And finally, it went away. I stopped recording. I think it was over a minute it took before that went away. So again, if you're messing around with stuff and you're trying to figure it out and it didn't seem to work, give it a good minute or maybe more to before you decide that it didn't work. Okay. So then that's all I wanted to show you. So let me kind of review. So first off, this is a very odd specific video for people that are using CATIA 3DExperience, that are using this Wichita Press wireframe and surfacing book with the import files. A couple other things in there that probably will help you out anyways, even if you're not using the book. So the book comes with a CD. The CD, well, it used to be a CD. It has files and you need to import them. It's a zip file. You're going to extract it into a 3D XML file that you then will import into the collaborative space that you created for it to help keep things organized. Now, after you import them, then you're going to start up CATIA back here, but you're going to leave it blank, the 3DExperience environment blank, and you're going to change over to the proper collaborative space that you want to be working in. Then you're going to come back to here and you're going to find your 3D spaces. Again, if you lost them, you're going to go into your imported files. You're going to find the lab that you want to look on. You're going to select it with the arrow, the check mark, and then you're going to come back here and then you're going to open up generative shape design. It's going to open the part up in, it'll be here, but you'll have selected the wireframe, the collaborative space that you needed. Okay, then you're going to go up here to the arrow and you're going to go save, and you're going to save it with options. And I can't get to the save with options right now because I have nothing open. After you get the save with options, you're going to save it as new, and you're going to, and then it should go into the collaborative space that you're currently in. And remember, it takes about 30 seconds or so to actually show up there, and it takes about another 30 some seconds to actually show up the visualization of it. The last part of it was if you wanted to then delete a file or whatever, then you're going to go to collaborative, find collaborative lifecycle. You're going to pick your part, and then you could delete it down here. So that was the whole story. I hope that helps anybody who might need it. I know it's probably few.